Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Crossing Technologies Core 2.0 Diamond Dab of the Day. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Unfortunately, as always, I make these out of my own life. I have COVID. I'm at the end of it, but I have COVID. I'm double boosted, double vaccinated, and so is Mrs. Stoner. She does not have it yet, thank God, knock wood. So I just want to let everybody know I'm making it through. I really haven't made a big deal out of it, and I've had no medication. I just had a little bit of a sore throat and a stuffy nose, like this. Coming out of it, though. Thanks in advance for all your well wishes, and let's get started with today's topic. As always, you know what to do if you enjoy today's topic. Hit the subscribe button, send a like, and a reply to all comments. You know, this is something that we've all dealt with. Haven't we all been too high at some time or another? We've been either too high with dabs, too high with edibles. All of a sudden, that funny laughing feeling turns into panting. Oh my God, am I going to die? So, what can we do? You know what? We all try to impress our friends with big hits. We all try to impress our friends by saying, I took that big edible. But it can sneak up on you 1,000 different ways. And it's sometimes enough to turn off people, even like me, a very seasoned cannabis user. Now remember, cannabis is not a lethal drug. Thankfully, its effects will dissipate within a day. But how do you come back from the edge of greening out? How long does it take, for example, to come sober up from weed? After smoking weed, how long it lasts really depends on a variety of factors. How you consume it, the dosage, your individual variables. You know, typically it's based on THC, so the longer the high will last, although it might not be more intense. Concentrates are going to be more potent, and edibles will be even more than that. So you could take a lot longer to sober up from dabs than smoking a bowl. And it does depend on the quality and the dosage of your flower or your wax and your body chemistry. But there's what's called the window of impairment. Window of impairment. And the average cannabis high lasts between 30 minutes and 2 hours at its peak. You can still experience lingering effects longer than that. But there are ways to help us come down from uncomfortable, excessive cannabis consumption. We really need to talk about it. Because when you reach these symptoms, you might not even know you're too high. You're just going to feel it. You're going to have anxiety. You could have nausea. You could have dizziness. You could be in a stricken state. Have paranoia and confusion and start sweating. It happens. You feel like you're going to die. But guess what? You're not. You're really alive. This comes from THC, which is binding with our CB1 receptors in our endocannabinoid system, in our brain. In short, it's in our head. So it's not possible to consume enough THC to die. It does impact the brain where it makes us feel our breathing, it makes us feel less relaxed, it makes us feel less euphoric because we're starting to feel amped up in a bad way. But it's going to pass. The first thing you got to know is don't panic. You can never go wrong with what they call the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Don't panic. You're fine and everything's okay. Because most symptoms of greening out, doing too much weed, will dissipate in minutes or hours. Give it time. We got to realize that contrary to what we've heard, there have been 0 reported cannabis overdose deaths. So no matter how freaked out, how sweaty, how much your heart's beating, you will not expire from pot. Now, don't take it on as a challenge. Just keep in mind if you accidentally overdo it, you're going to be okay. Try water, try light snacks, things non-caffeinated to help you along with your dry mouth. Now, a light snack can get you more grounded, okay? You got to know your limits, though, before you start to get consuming. Cannabis sessions should be according to our individual tolerance levels. Think about it. A joint makes you anxious. Well, you know gummies are going to make you even worse. So, you know, you got to know your own brain and where you're going to go. And don't let people influence you. Let it be your own decision. Consume with friends you trust, have smoked before with, and frankly, know their consequences and tolerance levels. It's all good to be with friends that are new, but you wouldn't want to be surrounded by strangers when you can't feel your face and if you're anxiety ridden. So take it slow, especially when consuming edibles. 10 milligrams or even 5 milligrams at a time, waiting an hour if not two. Okay? You can also chew black peppercorns when you're too high. That's right, black pepper. People swear by it. Sniff it, chew it, a few black peppercorns. Instantaneous relief. It's amazing that the terpenes in the black pepper really help contribute to grounding effects. And you've got to just find calm, find a quiet place without a lot of stimulation where you can rest and breathe. Because you got to remember, the intense discomfort you're feeling will pass. Take breaths through your nose and out through your mouth. Remember your square breathing. Sometimes sleeping it off can be a good alternative too. Get down to your zen and let yourself relax. A little nap may be able to rejuvenate you. Even if you're unable to get to sleep, get comfortable, and that way your body will be strong enough to spring back. Try even going for a walk if you can't turn your brain off. A change of scenery, fresh air, gets blood pumping and invigorates. Now, refrain from taking that walk if you're too woozy or lightheaded to stand. Instead, just continue with laying down. Some people recommend taking a shower or a bath. While it's not always feasible, if you're at home, a nice shower or bath to relax you as you wait for that weed effect to dissipate. Now, will taking a shower take away my high? Well, there's no science that shows showering has an effect on stoned subjects, but anecdotal information is yes, a shower can mellow out the high. Showers in general relax the mind and body. Cold showers, in particular, seem to lower the symptoms of depression and increase neural impulses, making you alert and more grounded. Try to distract yourself. All the activities that seem so entertaining while high are also a great way to entertain yourself and calm yourself while you're trying to get back to earth. Watch a cartoon, listen to good music, play a video game, talk to your friends, snuggle with your pet or a loved one, eat something cool, or go on an errand with somebody else. Whatever your distraction is, your brain will hopefully zone in on the positive feelings and give you a gentle reminder that you're fine. Now, when you're sobering up from edibles, since the high can significantly differ, even from dabbing, since it's the longest lasting method for consumption of THC because it passes through the liver, not all methods I've just talked about may work well for edibles. You must remain calm, drink water, and distract yourself. You must find a way to convince yourself during the feeling of greening out that everything is fine, everything is good. Try some CBD. People recommend CBD to bring you down from the effects of too much THC. It's an excellent anti-anxiety fighting compound. Squeeze a lemon. Lemon, the tang of a lemon is something to help people snap back. Put a lemon slice up in your mouth or even just a whiff. The terpene, limonene, found in citrus fruit and some cannabis strains, helps with anxiety. If you have to, take ibuprofen. It can even help affect THC, that's correct. Now, if you're still feeling alarmingly uncomfortable, you always can call and seek medical attention. Ask a doctor or a nurse. Tell them you're having a cannabis anxiety attack. It's always available, okay? Even in states where cannabis is no longer legal. Because remember, medical professionals have our best interest at mind. They're looking to make sure we're okay. Hopefully you never have to do that, but if you do, you know what? The medical professionals are there for you. Now you have to remember, everybody, if you've never tried an edible before, 5 milligrams. Don't be like me and try 500 milligrams a day. That's not going to help anybody who's just getting started. Even with dabbing, go light your first couple times as you experience the concentrate THC compared to regular flower THC. I truly hope you enjoyed this discussion because I think it's an important one. We, all of us actually, have to find ways to take care of ourselves if we run into difficult situations. If we were drinking, I would give the same advice to my buddies at a bar, how to deal with drinking too much. Hopefully, I've been able to help as many of you out there as I could learn little tidbits to help yourself if you feel too high from smoking or if you feel too high from an edible. This has been The Real Senior Stoner. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and cheers out there. Going a little bit light on hits today because of the COVID. Have a great day, everybody, and thanks for joining me, The Real Senior Stoner. Cheers.